Hey, what's going on? It's Craig Bennett, aka Cash Cake, here with DFS Army, and I have 5 picks for PrizePicks.com. If you don't know what PrizePicks.com is, head on over there, use promo code DFS Army, and get a 100% instant bonus up to $100 for new users. So head on over there, sign up. It's a great platform. I'm going to show you the web version of it, but they also have an app store and the Google Play as well. And if you don't have time to do your picks for FanDuel or DraftKings, this is a much easier way. You're just basically going over or under fantasy points, but they also have a new single stat as well. So points, rebounds, and assists, and actually have a few of those plays as well. So let's dive into this and give it a look. All right. Again, here is the prizepicks.com website. I already have my 5 picks loaded for the night. As you can see, you can go through fantasy points. You can pick your players you want. You're basically just going over under. It's a very simple concept. So if you don't have a lot of time, it's a lot of fun. You can still follow along with the games. I love it. Again, if you head on over to dfsarmy.com and sign up for a VIP, we actually have a specific room in our chat platform that just talks about Prize Picks, and it is one of the busiest rooms that we have, constantly talking things. And I'm actually thinking about doing a live show where we just kind of talk through picks all the way through the night, which will be a lot of fun. So if you want to do that, head on over to my Twitch, Cash Keg, and I'm going to jump on there tonight and go live and talk Prize Picks. But with that, let's just jump into these picks real quick. Again, I'm going to rank them as my favorite pick, number 1 down to number 5, and just confidence level. So as I talk to them, the first one will be my most confident, again, down to 5. And if there's different ways to play this, you could play the top 2 and do them in flex plays. You can play the top 2 as a power play and try to 3x your money if there's 2 plays in here you like. Or you can try to do all 5 in a flex play. And if you get all 5 right in a flex play, it pays a certain amount. If you do 5 in a power play, I think it's up to 10x your money. So lots of different ways to go depending on how confident you are in the picks. But let's just dive into the ones that I have for you today. So the first one here is James Harden, under 47 fantasy points. Again, the big 3, as long as they're together, as long as Durant and Irving and Harden are all playing, he is just more of the facilitator, and he's not scoring as much. His shot volume is way down. 10, 9, 14 shots, which is way down compared to what he was at when he was playing with Houston. So, with all 3 of them playing, he's only put up 39, 31, and 38 fantasy points over his last 3 games. Even though it's a great matchup against Atlanta, I just feel like, he's just deferring more. And he's talked about it, how it's just his role is like he's more of the distributor. So you don't have to score as much. It's really hard to put up 47 fantasy points unless he's doing a little bit of everything. So I'm going to be the under on James Harden, 47 fantasy points. Next one I like is Jeremy Grant over 39 fantasy points. Again, just a great matchup here against Cleveland. He's shown that he can put up just monster points. And 39 just feels a little low. Like I feel like we can get closer to 43 to 44 here. And he actually put up 51 fantasy points against Cleveland earlier this year. So I do feel like it's a little light here for Jeremy Grant. He's been shooting bad. He shot like 12% and 20% a couple games ago. And when his shots fallen, he put up like last game, his shot fell really well. And he put up a monster stat. And again, against Cleveland, they're not a good defensive unit at all. And so I have no problem taking Jeremy Grant over 39 fantasy points. The next one I'm going to go here is Fred VanVleet over 17.5 points. Now, this is the single stat I was talking about. This is not fantasy points. This is points. Milwaukee gives up points, not in the paint, but on 3 points, the 3-point line. And, he shot 5, 9, 6, 8 3-pointers his last 4 games. He's put up 25, 21, 13, and 24 real-life points his last 4. So he's starting to heat up here. and 17.5 just feels a little too light for Fred VanVleet. So I think we're going to continue. He sees massive minutes in the upper 30s. So to get 17.5 points, if he starts cooking, he's going to crush that. So I do like that Fred VanVleet over 17.5 points. Next one here is Bradley Beal over 6 assists. Now, if you followed my prop bets last night, we were on the under at 5.5 assists. That's because he was playing with Westbrook. Westbrook should not play in this game on a back-to-back. So as long as that's the case and Westbrook is out, then I like this stat with Bradley Beal, because for Bradley Beal for the season here without Westbrook, he's went over 9 assists and 7 assists, and 9, 7, and 7 assists the 3 games that he's played without Westbrook by his side this year. So again, that line is just a tad low, and that's why he's down at number 4 here. But I like going over here because he's going to have to do a little everything scoring, but he's going to have to get other guys involved as well. And he should play some pretty heavy minutes here against the Pelicans, who are not a very good defensive team. So I do like the over on 6 assists. And the last one here, again, going to assists. Those last 3 are single stat entries that we have over here. And it is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander over 6 assists. They're playing a Phoenix team that's not going to have Booker. So, yes, Chris Paul is going to be roaming the courts, but he's going to have to do a little bit more scoring. So maybe he doesn't do as much on the defensive end. But, Shai's been playing massive minutes here. And even if we get, some of these guys back for OKC, I still like this over. He's went 6, 7, 8, 7, and 10 assists over his last 5 games. So, again, I think he's going to have to be more of a facilitator. We've seen Bazley get a little more active shooting the ball. And as long as he's going to keep, dishing to his guys here to keep this game competitive, which would be a real fun game. I got a couple picks later on the Phoenix side in the prop bet video that I'm going to do later. But I do like this over 6 assists for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So again, here's the 5 picks that I got. You could play 2 of them, play 5 of them. There's multiple ways to do it. Maybe take one of them and use one of them that you're really heavy on. This just kind of gives you an idea what I see that, you can go over and under some of these plays. A lot of fun. Again, head on over and sign up at PrizePicks.com using promo code DFSArmy and get a 100% deposit match up to $100 instantly. Or you can click in the link below here in this video and it will take you as well. So with that, I'm Craig Bennett, aka Cash Cake for DFS Army, and let's win some money tonight. Deuces.